Hey guys, and welcome back to the Girl Time Podcast with
Mimi
and Sha. And today we will be drinking.
We are drinking, it's 1800, right?
Yeah.
So I got some 1800 margarita already made, like ready to serve, pineapple flavor. And we're drinking it frozen. It tastes pretty good. I like it. I was supposed to get a wine, y'all, but that's another story for another day. Oh, we about to be lit.
So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about music.
Yep.
And we felt it was only right that we start off discussing and paying homage to DMX.
Yep.
So, were you a DMX fan?
I feel like I was a DMX fan because of my older brother. So you know how with having older siblings,
Yeah.
they kind of influence you, whatever they're listening to, you know, things like that, movies. And my brother loved DMX. Like, he was a diehard fan to the point where my dad overheard the music and was like, "You got her listening to this?" And yeah, I feel like it was a big part of my childhood. You know, like the song, some of his songs, I could listen to it and it reminds me of like a certain time in my life, you know, like being young and carefree, and just being from New York and then being up there when them songs was dropping, like in the summertime, that shit was lit.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's how I feel about DMX. What about you?
Yeah, kind of similar to what you said.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like he's like our generation's Tupac in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I just feel like his spirit and his messaging and just everything was...
Right. Because he was definitely a poet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's such a real person.
And you don't realize how you feel about people. I feel like when people are such a big part of our childhood, you never really realize like they're gonna go one day. You know how it is when it's your family, you're like, oh my God. But then people that you grew up with and on your favorite singers, your favorite rappers, you know, they die and you're just like, damn, I didn't take them for granted, but I just never knew this day was gonna come. Right.
Yeah.
So I seen a lot of people talking about like, now we want to give him his flowers, but I feel like we weren't anticipating this. I feel like life is short, you know, and it's sad, and we shouldn't take away from his legacy.
Yeah.
I think if people are sad that he's gone,
let them to be sad.
Let them mourn his loss, you know?
Yeah.
So, R.I.P. DMX.
Rest in peace.
Yes, definitely. So just talking about DMX and how we felt when growing up listening to his music. How do you feel about music in general? Like, how does it like relate to you? And
Right. So, music is so different now, but I just feel like it's different stages. And like you said about DMX, you can hear a song and it takes you back to a place. You know, music in general for me is just like you can hear a song and you can just remember like that day or that era, and you're like, whether it was this summer that he was single and or you know, booed up and whatever. It's just like, I don't know, like depending on what the song is about, like I just feel like it can change your whole mood, and I just think it also just shapes you just based on like, not that that's what we look up to, but kind of in a way. Yeah, we look to music and artists for fashion and just
trends.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say that's basically how music has shaped my life.
I feel like music calms me. Sometimes I get in like different moods, you know what I'm saying? And certain songs will help me. Like it could be a sad song and I still feel good because I need to get that emotion out. You know what I'm saying? And I really love music. I feel like growing up in my household, you know, my mom was playing music mad loud, like Mary J. Blige and, you know, Faith Evans, and growing up in the 90s and stuff, you know.
Oh my God.
So I love music. Like, I feel like my kids are kind of like that too. More so Gigi because she's a little bit older, but the boys, like, they love music. But it just feels good. Music makes you feel good, you know what I'm saying? So it just puts you in a certain mind state. Or some songs inspire me to like get over certain shit. So yeah, I love music. I feel like it was a big part of my childhood, and it's a big part of who I am now. Yeah. So I don't know what I would do without it.
Very true.
So what do you think about the changes in music from like when we were growing up to now?
So I think that it's completely different, just as far as lyrics. I mean, I want to say even the feeling that you get. I feel like there's still music and you kind of get that feeling, but it's not like back in the day.
Yeah.
Like middle school me crying in my bed listening to Jagged Edge because my
Jagged Edge.
I just feel like it's a different feeling from today's music, because I feel like it's so kind of like bubblegum, so temporary.
You think so?
And in a way, I think there's.
So when you say bubblegum, what do you mean?
Like, I feel like the songs back in the day, like we'll be like Mary J. Blige, we'll be singing for years, and to this day, I feel like a lot of songs that come out now and they don't really necessarily stick with you.
Yeah, they're like one hit wonder.
They're in the moment.
Yeah,
and it's not even necessarily one hit wonders. It could be artists who come out. It's just like maybe it's so many artists and it's so many different options, I guess, to listen to. Maybe that may be another reason too.
Yeah,
because it's like now, because of COVID, things have slowed down, but before it's like constantly there's music coming out, and it's kind of like you listen to one album, then somebody else's album comes out, and
feel like they sound the same.
Some depending, but I just feel like it's nothing that really, like, you may take one song from it that you continue to play, but I feel like they don't have that same substance. Yeah, exactly, that music used to have. I don't know. Yeah, lyric wise, and I mean, there's nothing really wrong with that, because there's a certain style of music and you can appreciate all of them. Like I like, you know, the turn up kind of music, and they may not really be talking about anything, but who wants to go to the club or a lounge and dance to, you know, Jagged Edge again. So yeah, you gotta have both, but yeah. So what do you think?
I feel like music has definitely changed a lot. When we were growing up, I feel like the North and the West Coast, like the East and the West, you remember like Tupac and Biggie and stuff, and a lot of rappers were from New York and up north, so the vibe was different. Like the music, the lyrics, like you were saying, were different. And I feel like back then too, a lot of them were like how we said DMX is a poet. I feel like a lot of them were more like lyricists. Like they used a lot more like analogies to get their point across. Whereas now, you know, it's a lot of what they call like mumble rap. Yeah, I like it though. Don't get me wrong. I listen to it. You know,
you need both.
Yeah, it's more so. I feel like it needs to be a balance. So, but now it's a lot more of that. And then there's a lot more like female rappers now than it was back then. Like we had Lil' Kim and you know, Foxy Brown.
I like that.
Yeah, we have a lot more. I like Missy Elliott too. I feel like she's underrated. Oh my God, she was a big part of our childhood.
Yes, definitely.
So it's like with this music that's going on.
Sure.
It's like I'm trying to like make my kids, because you know how when we were growing up, our parents played their music.
Right. So you're trying to play your music. For them, right?
Yeah. So that they can be appreciative of the journey that music has. Come to, you know. And then when I started, I feel like dating my man, he likes like, you know, I won't really say trap music, but it's different because I grew up in a house that listened to more like up north stuff, and I was a more of an R&B chick myself. And then when I got with him, I'm listening to Future, and Titty Boy, and you know, and I think growing up in the South too also had influences on me with listening to certain type of artists.
Very true.
Because up north they don't listen to what we listen to down there.
Different.
It's different. And I would go there during the summers and stuff, and like every break I would get from school, and I would get hip to the new shit up there, and then come down here.
Like y'all didn't hear.
Y'all didn't hear this yet, right?
Y'all late up here.
So I feel like music has definitely changed. I don't know if I want to say for the worse. The substance is not.
Yeah, but I get. I wouldn't say 100% for the worst. As far as the substance, but as far as just the art, like you said, it's so many women rappers, and I definitely appreciate that. It's just like you don't have to necessarily listen to stuff from the man's point of view, and I feel like because we only had at one point like Kim or then Nicki, it's like most of the stuff we were consuming was from men.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have women like talking
Yeah.
their shit that we could really relate to. So
Right.
I definitely love that.
Yeah, I feel like since my kids are growing up in this era and they're listening to a lot of this music, that I feel like my mom sometimes like, girl, what are you listening to? Because not more so like our artists, like you know, like Migos. I would consider Migos like our artists.
Generation, right?
Yeah, because they're around like our age. We, you know, it was a certain point when they got popping, we were at a mature enough age to appreciate it. Whereas my daughter likes.
It's more like the Littles and the Trippie Reds. And
I can't get with that. That's not really my type of music that I like to listen to. And so sometimes I kind of feel out of the loop because I don't know the artist or the songs. And I feel like a lot of those artists are really emo, like really dark. Yeah. And we weren't listening to depressing ass
music.
Yeah, like it was all like stop, drop, you know what I'm saying? Got us ready to have fun and shit. So I've been looking at her like, are you going through something?
Are you okay?
Sis? Right. Because when we did want to hear sad songs, it was still like love songs or, you know, or sad songs about people that we lost, like Boys to Men and stuff. But this rap where it's just really dark and gloomy, it's giving me bad vibes. Yeah. So I would say I can't get with that. But for the most part, like you said, I like all kinds of music. So
definitely. So that being said, and all these talks about artists, who are you looking forward to seeing in concert once outside opens up? Well, I guess it technically did open up.
Yeah.
But once concerts
get back popping. I love concerts. I am a concert goer. So I've seen Chris Brown in concert. That was a must-see. So if he comes back, we just had so much fun. And I want to see him again if he does.
Did you see him when he went to, what park is that?
Chastain?
Or was it in?
It was in Phillips. But it's not Phillips anymore now, right? It's called something else. But
State Farm?
Yeah, State Farm. So we saw him there. It was like for the Winterfest. So it was like a mix of artists. But he was the highlight. Like he was the reason why we went. So I would love to see him again. I've seen Drake a couple times. I would definitely see Drake again if he was doing something. I love Drake.
Yeah.
I went to the Millennium Tour.
Oh, I wanted to go to the Millennium
Tour. It was fun. So I don't know if I would go back, but it was a good experience because I never got to see those artists in concert when I was growing up.
Right.
So just seeing them like as an adult and listen to all the
throwbacks,
like that Pretty Ricky.
We were planning to go, and I thought it would be fun to dress.
Did they cancel? They canceled this one, right?
It was there supposed to be another one?
It was supposed to be one last year, and then COVID happened. And I've been seeing people talking about their concert tickets still ain't been refunded.
Not a year later.
Yep, they still like, hold on, we're working on it. Yeah.
So who do I want to see?
Yeah, who would you want to see in concert?
Because I've seen Rihanna, which you know that's like.
I want to see her. I haven't seen Rihanna.
I would see her again. I saw Travis Scott. I see most people that I would really want to see. The only people I haven't seen that I would really want to see is Drake. I've never seen Drake in concert.
Okay, he's pretty good.
I want to see him. I would want to see Kanye. I
don't think I've seen Kanye before either. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually Doja, I really like her. She's so creative. Yeah.
I don't know anything about her.
Really? She's dope. She just came out of a song with SZA too, and I love SZA.
I like her. I feel like SZA makes songs for side chicks. She does.
No,
I listen to her lyrics. You know how since we grew up in an era where lyrics were like,
and so you listen to every
word. So I'm listening to the words and I'm like, sis. I like how she sounds. I like her song, her vibe. But the lyrics be like, I can't relate. I don't just want you on the weekend.
That's only that one song though. But yeah, she's a vibe. I would
she's cool.
See her as well.
Oh, I would want to see Summer Walker.
Oh yes. No.
They say that she's weird.
No,
yeah, but I love her music.
I love her to death, but it's some people I wouldn't even want to waste my money to
like Lauryn Hill, because everybody say Lauryn Hill gonna stand you up.
Right. You might know all night for Lauryn. I'm ready for that.
Lauryn was playing with y'all, and I like Lauryn Hill too.
Yeah,
but no, it's not for me.
Not that summer be late, but I heard that she has no type of stage presence. Like, I feel like
She
if I'm
tries to act
gonna
so
go to a
antisocial.
concert, yeah.
Mhm.
I know she said it's anxiety and stuff,
She's
but
lying.
it's just like you can't. She's lying.
Sorry, Summer Walker, if you watch this. What were you saying? What were you saying? If you go to a concert.
Oh yeah, like you going for the experience. Like I can listen to your music at home.
Yeah.
I can.
You can vibe to it at the house.
Vibe
Yeah.
at the house. So if I'm going to a concert, I'm basically going for like to see a show.
Yeah.
So if you're not gonna give me that,
You need to come with see Chris Brown, girl.
I've seen him, but when I seen him, it was at I can't think of that park. It's like
Piedmont?
No, not Piedmont. It's more like a little little park that we
Oh,
have
really?
the concerts, the outdoor concerts.
I can't think of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Wi-Fi buys. Hi-Fi buys. It's on like the south side somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it used to be called. I don't know if it's still called that.
I think it's called something else.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's on the south side, and I was so far I couldn't really even see because it's like you're outside.
Yeah, on the outside part.
Yeah. So
who else was there?
I'm blind. Her was there. This
G
was for
Herbo?
her. No, her.
Oh, her. I like her.
I've seen her twice.
You
before
have?
her really blew up, but I wasn't paying her that much attention.
Oh.
She opened for Bryson Tiller at his concert.
You saw Bryson Tiller. How was that?
Well, I used to. Not
I know
that
you
love him
still.
anymore.
Yeah, I remember.
It was good. He brought out everybody though.
Really?
I feel like that's the thing too about concerts here.
Mhm.
A lot of people were just gonna bring out
Full of
everybody.
people, yeah.
But he was so sweet. He was saying like touring and stuff make him nervous, and I'm like, well,
You
no
can
wonder
tell.
you're calling out all your friends.
Yeah,
to come
to
perform.
help you, right?
I can't think of who it was. Was it Rick? I don't know. It was like everybody, but somebody performed and he was like, "You want to do another song?" I'm like, "Dang,
Nigga, I came to see you."
But yeah,
Yeah.
That just made me excited. I can't wait
To go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That made me excited too. You're right. I feel like when I go to certain concerts, if the stage presence isn't there, then I'm like not interested.
Yeah.
And I like rap concerts because they be so
Like a party.
Yeah, they be so live. And my man's birthday is normally around Birthday Bash. So we would go to Birthday Bash like almost every year. You know how they got all those different artists that come.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've seen a lot of people from out here before, and like even people from different places. So I'm ready. I'm ready for a good concert. I want to see Lucci. I like Lucci. I love Lucci. Yeah. So I do want to see Lucci in concert. You know, he got these legal things going on, so I don't know if this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I feel like
But you want to catch him while you can.
Right, exactly. And I just love his music. It helped me get through different shit. Like I feel like it's motivational in a sense. And he's like a poet, like a modern day poet.
I need to listen to him more.
You should listen to him. And I feel like I won't say that I heard about him through social media, but I didn't really become a fan of his. It really wasn't social media, but it was before Regine. But I started noticing his music more through social media. Like I started following him when I heard one song that I really liked. I think I was at a club or something, and I really liked the song, so I followed him. And then he always like promotes his music on his social media pages when his mixtapes are coming out, albums are coming out. So, how do you feel about social media and how like artists have changed because of it?
I think that they're a lot more exposed, and I think that it could be a good thing and a bad thing. Like it's kind of a good thing. I would think if I was an artist and that I can like touch my fans so easily. I feel like back in the day, they didn't have that, so you had to pay for advertisements and all kinds of stuff. Now you literally could log on and say, this is dropping to your million of followers, and they're gonna tune in.
It's more accessible.
Yeah, they're very accessible. But then on the other hand of it, it's kind of like before you didn't know much about artists. Like you only knew like what you saw in the magazine or when they did an interview. And now I just feel like they could be too accessible. And like for me, I'm not a person anyway who is too like starstruck. In general. But I'm just like, a lot of y'all are corny. Like, ugh.
I agree.
Like, for example, like Trey Songz back in the day. I'm like, oh, Trey
Songz.
I
used to love Trey Songz.
Now, like, just being able to see the stuff that he posts or how people act or they kind of
like his
their
mindset.
personality and mindset could be such a turn off. That's just like, I don't care who you are. I would never want
You
to
see
fuck
how he
with
be
you.
spinning girls' mouths?
Yeah, and all that. And,
I was like, Trey, I didn't know you was getting down like that. Right.
during the pandemic.
Right.
Swap and spit.
But
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
What do you think?
I definitely could see what you're saying. I do feel like social media does give them a certain platform, and it basically, I feel like, can get them more new fans. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, their personality, sometimes it can be a turn off. Like how I was kind of mentioning Summer Walker before. I do not like the way she thinks.
Right.
I feel like some of her opinions, she should keep them to herself.
Right.
Especially like before she had got pregnant by her man, and she was talking about being single moms and
and
you know,
feeding their kid.
and having a point of view or perspective on how he interacted with his other baby moms and his children. Excuse me. And then she got pregnant by him, and then she just started telling us how bad of a nigga he was, like what the baby mamas was saying. And I'm like, sis,
do you follow her second page?
I don't.
Galore or whatever.
No.
Yeah, that she just lives her life.
Yeah, like her. I heard it's a Finsta, right?
Yeah. But everyone knows her. Yeah.
Yes, her.
And she just posts like memes or whatever she want to post, or her thoughts.
I can't, because she turned me off so much that I don't want to not like her music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't follow a lot of celebrities on Instagram. Even like ones that I'm really big fans of. It's like a few of them, and I feel like because of Instagram, it's more so photos and like videos and stuff. I like to follow more fashionable people, or people that I would enjoy seeing on my timeline.
Right.
Like Summer Walker looks crazy right now to me. Like,
yeah.
And
so you don't want to see
her?
her?
No, I don't want to see her.
Yeah, I agree on the same thing though. 'Cause I recently went through my Instagram and did the same thing.
I'm following a lot of people.
Because it's like, what's the point?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if they're like boring, not saying that you gotta be so turned up, but like if you're not an artist that's really like you're real chill,
like if I'm
and
not
laid
getting
back,
something,
right? It's no point in me following you.
Yeah.
Like I can still listen to your music.
Right.
I do feel like social media has played a large part in new artists' exposure. Like with the TikTok stuff and how the songs drop on TikTok. I don't have TikTok, but there's the challenges, you know, like they're all over Instagram, and you hear a song and then you get this stuck in your head, and I don't even know if
that's
these
how a
artists
lot
are.
of the artists blow up.
Yeah, TikTok. And the dances.
And they're trying to make music basically TikTok
for
music
TikTok, right?
because
Yeah.
it streams so well.
Yeah, and I feel like back when we were growing up, we didn't have that. So artists really had to like do the footwork.
You had to impress us.
Yes, you had to make the music videos and the visuals. And you had to do the 106 in Parks and the TRLs, and like, and it was some sort of like mystery to them. You know, so I feel like we like them more.
Yeah, because you really didn't know much about them.
You just saw them for a few minutes on TV, and like, oh my God, I love Aaliyah. Oh my God. And then she was just gone. She was doing her thing, you know? So I do kind of like that. But now that social media is so prevalent, and now when they get in fights in elevators and shit, it's all over Instagram.
Right. Definitely. So what did you think about the whole Quavo and Sweetie situation? Because those are, you know, I hate to have couple golds or whatever.
Yeah, I don't do couple golds.
But favorites, or, you know, just people you be like, oh, they're cute, and you like to see together. You don't do that?
No, I don't.
No?
And only because people have put that pressure on me before. Like, they see my little family, or oh, y'all so cute, and if we go through something, or it's like we're not human, you know what I'm saying? And it's like
people start to idolize that.
like
together, basically.
Please leave us the hell alone. But I don't ever feel like that. Like, if it looks like a genuine relationship, I'm happy for that person, and because everyone deserves love, everyone deserves to feel good and to have a partner in life. But as far as like wanting, or like, oh no, it's not for me, especially because they don't be lasting. You know what I'm saying? Especially because it's so public. Like, imagine living in the public eye like that.
I couldn't imagine.
Right.
I wouldn't even want to.
So I feel for Sweetie and Quavo. Sweetie. Because like something that was supposed to be between them, it's like that happens in people's relationships. Not every relationship, but you know, shit happens. Now it's so exposed to the world. I personally don't think it was
that big of a deal.
I won't say it wasn't that big of a deal, but it looked like I don't want to sound like Boosie or nothing, but it looked like a little tug of war. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you snatch something from your man and y'all, you know, and you lose. And she was a little dramatic with the fall.
And she stayed down.
Yeah, that's the drama.
Like, she must have saw the camera.
I would have did something like that because I have, you know, I've done that to make you feel bad for making me fall because we were pulling at some shit together and I lost. But
I love her, but I just didn't like the narrative of like he was abusing her. It's like, okay,
right? They were going in,
but that's just social media.
Yeah, because now your private relationship is exposed
for everybody
to the world
to analyze
and have an opinion on and comment on. And it was this meme where it was like, if y'all thought Quavo and Saweetie's relationship was bad, Lil Tussle was bad, I'm gonna keep mine to myself. I'm definitely gonna keep mine to myself. Because if y'all thought that was bad, let me just okay. But yeah, I mean, as long as if they can't work it out, they can't work it out, you know. And I wish them both the best.
Right.
But to go through a public breakup,
it makes it harder for you to make up even if you wanted to.
Right. Like with Rihanna and Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Because you could tell they still loved each other, but so many people were like,
and they got back together on the low for a while. And I'm like, yeah, because you have everybody judging you.
Yeah, that was a sad incident.
That was a very sad incident.
I still love Chris Brown.
I do too.
Yeah.
He was young and not to say stuff happens, but
right. I feel like people crucified him though. Like he lost a lot of fans and stuff.
I feel like he lost everything.
But it's like shit, like you said, he was young, shit happens, he apologized, he paid his dues. And I feel like people can forgive certain things and certain people, but certain people, they just want to fucking put the nail in the coffin.
I don't know, but this is off subject, but Fabulous Emily.
Yeah, that's not off subject.
Fab, but let's not forget the fact
he knocked that tooth out.
And I feel like people just, because he's likable and cool everybody, I feel like even certain media outlets and stuff I listened to didn't even like
cover it.
Didn't even cover it.
Yeah.
Just like because they want
it was on the blogs. Yeah. You were catching that like on the Shade Room.
Right, but the big whatever they weren't talking about it because they're cool with him.
Yeah.
But it's just like you're a grown ass man.
Yeah.
With multiple kids.
Yeah.
This Chris Brown was like 17 or some crazy shit.
Yeah, he was young. They were like 17, 18. Yeah.
And it's just like.
So, do you feel like Fabulous and Chris Brown situations were different because of their age?
Semi. I mean.
So you feel like he should have been more mature?
I feel like Fabulous should know better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Chris Brown.
And I mean, Chris Brown.
He was younger.
He should know better as well, but he
was younger.
But he was younger.
See, I feel like with the Emily and Fabulous thing is they have children. They have, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're a family. You know, they got married now, and people were just so negative in the comments
about their marriage,
about them getting married because of what he did to her.
Because they said that he married her so she couldn't testify in court against him.
Is that what they said?
That's what they said.
I did not
they
know
got
that.
married right after that.
I know that. Well, spousal privilege. But I feel like it's sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it's publicized, as a woman that has children with a man, now he ain't ever knocked my tooth out, but we done been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would never want to criticize or condemn a woman for marrying the man that she loves.
Right.
And I pray for I would pray for them. I would hope that they can work through it. But if she forgave him, then who the hell am I to be?
Yeah. True. That's all true.
Yeah, that's how I
My
feel.
point is more just so the fact of all the stuff Chris Brown went through and being so young and having everything just taken away from him.
And Rihanna forgave him. She publicly forgave him.
Like, basically, and you know Rihanna, that's my girl.
Yeah, I love Rihanna too.
I love her. But it was even like, came out that they both were hitting on each other and like she was hitting on him. And, you know, whatever it was going on.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like in relationships, you never really know the dynamic. You don't know what they're doing to each other. You don't know who initiated the fight. Who, like, she could be beating his ass and he hit her ass back. Not saying it's right, but it could have. It happens.
Yeah.
I try not to cancel them unless they say really crazy shit.
Yeah.
But if Quavo decided, like, if it's something about like dark skinned girls or shit like that.
But does it matter to you how long ago something was versus like if they said it recently? Because I don't like when people pull up this 15-year-old tweet.
I don't. It doesn't bother
if
me.
You said it last week.
Because
if you said it, you cancel. What do you think?
I feel like people grow.
Yeah.
So you can't hold somebody to something, but it does give you an insight
of
how they think.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm watching you, but I'm not like condemning you. You know what I'm saying? But
I might be looking at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch you like, yeah.
Like, I ain't forget what you said.
Yeah, I ain't forget what you said, sis. They put them tweets up, okay? Twitter is something else. That's all a part of social media. But just going back to like with the whole Emily and Fab thing, I feel like they reconciled very silently, and then we saw them together. She was pregnant, she got pregnant, they got married.
Their daughter's
so cute. Yeah. I think she looks like Fab, but she's just like Emily's complexion. Yeah. Do you feel like gifts were involved in that makeup? Because you done knocked my tooth out. So
hella gifts. After my brain.
Right, after I get the tooth.
Right.
But do you feel like are gifts enough for you to like forgive or stay? Would you, in a hypothetical situation, of course, if your man was like wrong, he hurt you, we're not gonna say he knocked your tooth out,
right?
But let's say he cheated or something, because that happens a lot in the industry, you know.
Right? And they cover it up with gifts.
They cover it up with gifts. Like I think Saweetie was saying that.
Yeah, basically that's
like,
what Saweetie said. And did you see when she was on the Le Boys show that sent everybody going crazy?
I missed it. I gotta watch it. I need to watch it. Yeah.
And it's crazy now because now I'm like, okay, it makes sense knowing that they broke up. Why she was kind of acting the way that she.
Yeah, that's what everyone was saying. The way she was answering the questions and stuff.
But she did say she forgave somebody because she woke up and there were multiple deposits put in her account that she could buy multiple properties and stuff. But for me, I don't think that's not enough.
It's not enough.
No, because I feel like he's gonna think
it's okay.
It's okay.
He can buy you a gift
because every time you're buying me a gift, and after a while, I'm gonna get tired of these new purses.
So the first, so you're saying over time, it's not enough. Like, what if he does it one time and he just buys you all this shit? Is there a limit to how many times he can do that?
I want to say that no matter what you buy me, if you cheat on me, I'm not going to take you back.
Right.
But
it's life.
It's life.
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
And it depends on the cheating. Actually, it's not even about what you're buying me at this point. It's what happened with the cheating situation. Who it was.
What happened? When? Where?
If it's something forgivable or something I can understand, like I said, I always try to put my,
some other
people's shoes, try to see how, this could have came about. But I got to think about that part first. Yeah. And if I could forgive you for just cheating in general, then I might forgive you. And then take the stuff that you want to buy me. But not just, I'm going to forgive you because you brought me something. I have to already be in the mindset of like, I'm going to forgive you. That's basically what I'm saying.
Got you.
It's not going to change my mind though, just because you buy me some shit.
It shouldn't.
No.
You should want to forgive him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gift shouldn't make you stay.
Yeah, that's that basically.
Yeah.
I should be a plus.
It's on top of me wanting to stay.
Me wanting to leave and you say, I'm going to buy you this. And I'm going to be like, oh, that completely changes my mind now.
Right.
There's nothing I could think of.
And I just want to wake up and see it. Just have it ready for me. For me personally, I feel like gifts aren't really a part of my love language. So if you were to do it, it wouldn't take away the pain. You know what I'm saying? So I would still feel some type of way. I'm going to take the gift. I'm not turning it down. But I'm still going to be hurt and I'm still going to be upset with you. And nigga, shit ain't sweet. You know what I'm saying? You still in the doghouse, my nigga. So, right. But I can see how being in that lifestyle,
it's different.
You can get kind of like consumed in that, because I feel like even social media plays a part in people seeing what other people have, and like with the relationship goals thing, they see that and like, oh, she got this new car, she got this new house, and he bought her all these Birkin bags, and it's like, it's not. I don't feel like it would fulfill like the pain that I would feel, but I'm still gonna take the gift. And if I love you, I'm gonna stay. But after a while, I'm gonna get that.
I'm also not very materialistic,
right?
Yeah, like I want to be cute and whatnot, but I'm not a designer, crazy, like trying to talk to dudes just
because of what they can
buy me. Like I just rather chill in my Fashion Nova and
I love
things
Fashion Nova.
and
Yeah.
fucking day.
Fashion Nova.
So I don't know. It's just I just couldn't see myself,
Right.
staying with somebody because of materialistic things.
I like materialistic things,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't stay because of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I like the bags and the shoes and stuff. I wouldn't wear the clothes
As much.
as much, but like the bags.
I like the
and
bag
shoes.
shoes. I actually want a bag, so.
Yeah. Hey. Right. We just
know
throwing
who
it
you
out
are.
there.
Yeah. If you're watching.
Birthday
I just got a nice
bag.
bag, but I'm just saying in general, like, there's certain
Yeah.
girls just fueled by materialistic things.
Yeah. That's what people in the blog say about Jada, because baby buys her Chanel stuff and Birkin bags and
But they broke up, didn't they? I don't think they got back together.
I don't think they back together since
I thought she
social
got her own
media.
place.
She did that before too.
Oh, okay.
I feel like a part of that is good though. Like, you got to show a nigga that you will leave him,
Yeah.
especially if he continues to do the same shit. Like, you gotta show your nigga, like, I love you. This gonna hurt me more than this gonna hurt you, but I gotta go. So all the Chanel, Birkins, all of that, I'm gonna take them.
I feel like that's something you have to do, and I remember saying that from a young age.
Yeah.
Like telling my little sister and her friends, because I think at the time one of them were dating somebody who was like basically trying to play her, and she would forgive him too quickly.
Yeah.
And I said, because like we said, like, you can't really tell a person when to leave someone alone.
Right.
So my advice is always like, I'm not gonna come tell you, oh, you're gonna stop fucking with him. Instead, because she was a young girl, I was telling her, I'm probably like 18, she's probably like 14.
But you're still older. You still have knowledge.
I'm like, even if you're going to take him back, you have to teach him a lesson. I feel like that's key.
Yeah.
If you forgive a person like right after they do something to you, they're not
they didn't learn
a
a lesson. Yeah.
So another thing that Sweetie mentioned, I think in a tweet, was that she emotionally checked out a while ago. Do you feel as women that we typically check out before we leave the relationship? Because I hear a lot of women say that.
I've heard that before too, and I think that is true. I feel like once you do get fed up from all of the deceit, all the cheating, all the games, when the bags and the shoes and the trips and shit isn't enough anymore, you do emotionally check out. But that's your breaking point.
Right.
You know how Carrie Hilson has that song Breaking Point?
Yeah.
I feel like every woman really does have a breaking point.
So true.
And you know what you will take and what you won't take, and shit, you might just get tired of taking it after a while.
Right.
And once you emotionally check out, it's over. You might could just stay in it because of whatever reasons are holding you.
Right.
I would assume, since it's a public relationship, they're staying because of
the
fans and the public, and just not wanting to deal with everybody's opinion. Because I can imagine breaking up with somebody and it's public. Yeah, you gotta. Every time you go on your phone and look on social media, you're the headline story. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that is true. Just in general, like when you're not feeling emotionally fulfilled anymore, you just
definitely.
The exit follows very.
With all my relationships.
Really?
Yeah.
You emotionally checked out first.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a relationship, I broke up with the person. Yeah.
Do you normally initiate your breakups?
I don't think anyone ever broke up with me.
If somebody's ever broken up with me before, I don't think I accepted it.
No, I think for the most part, it's either because they've done they did something and they're in the wrong, or me just not being into it anymore. But I can think of a few cases where.
So you were emotionally checked out first,
like a year before I even broke up with a person.
It took a year.
Yeah, because I feel like
you were just holding on to something.
It's kind of like you start to, like in the relationship, start to kind of realize you're not feeling it, but you still want to try to make it work, or you try to stick it out or whatever, and as time go on, you kind of, it's like you're less and less into it.
So when you emotionally check out, does intimacy follow, or are you still intimate?
I think it's like a little bit of both.
Really?
Because for me personally, like once I start being into you, like I'm not even
sexually attracted to you.
Like
I don't want to kiss you.
No.
I don't want to hold your hand.
So I've been in those situations
really?
Where it's like you're still with the person, but you don't even want them to touch you.
So they're not even your boyfriend anymore at this point.
Basically, but it's like they just don't know that, and you're not seeing anyone else.
Yeah.
It's just like you're just.
Are you waiting for them to just break up with you when you do it that way?
When I do it, no. It's more so like I'm trying to give it a chance to get better or see if it improves.
And it doesn't.
And if it doesn't improve, then like fine. And also, I don't really like confrontation or.
You don't.
Yeah. Or being in a situation where a person, like, it's easier to leave somebody when they cheat on you.
Yeah.
it's a lot harder just for no reason, like
Right.
just because I'm not happy, and I think that's harder to do.
I feel
Have that
like not being
conversation.
happy is a good reason.
It's a good reason, but it's a harder conversation to have versus like, you cheated on me, fuck you, I'm leaving. Versus like, hey, you really didn't do anything to me, but
Yeah.
So
Especially if you're non-confrontational. I can see how that could be a difficult conversation to
'cause it's
have
like
because
you're
you're just making shit up, or not making shit up, but you're just finding a reason to be upset. You know how guys like
Yeah.
you just want to be mad about something,
Right.
yeah. So you don't want to come off like that. You're like, I don't want to bring it up. It's not that big of a
Yeah, because
deal.
they're not really doing it wrong. It's like, I'm not happy. Why am I not happy? So I think a lot of the times you're checked out. Either they might have done something that makes you check out, but yeah. For me, it's not like really waiting or planning like my escape.
Mm-hmm.
I guess for some people it probably is though.
Yeah.
If you're married, y'all live together, you gotta plan it out before you
Just leave. Right. Now that we've talked a little bit about, the emotionally checking out, I want to get back to the topic of music and social media, of course, because we're kind of talking about both. Have you been seeing what's going on with Usher on social media?
With the Usher buzz?
Yeah, with the Usher buzz.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
So I did hear about that, and I heard that he was it a strip club?
Yeah, they said it was a strip club, and he was throwing his money.
But I did hear that he actually threw
real money,
and then he threw Usher bucks
for like promotion of
promotion for his residency in
Vegas.
In Vegas.
Oh, I didn't even know where it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I would so go see that.
Yeah, right?
I love Usher.
Yes,
okay.
Girl. We need to go to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, because of it was for promotional use, I guess. I don't see anything really wrong with it because he was throwing real money.
Yeah.
Now, had he not been, then that would have been a whole other thing. You can't just make up your own currency. You can't take this to the store and spend it.
Your own currency. Yes.
But
no.
he was doing both, and I guess it was cool.
I feel you. But you know what? I feel like social media has painted this picture of Usher over the years that he's cheap.
Really?
I've heard through like social media outlets, more so Instagram, because that's the one that I'm like mainly on.
Yeah.
That Usher goes to strip clubs and he's super cheap. Like he doesn't throw any money. And I feel like they go to the blogs and drop the tea on who spends money in the club and stuff. So I've always heard that over the years. So
now he created money to get out of. He is a genius.
Yes, and I'm like, they're really taking him out. But I feel like social media can be really hard on celebrities.
Yeah,
so you have to have
they
a tough
can over
skin.
exaggerate.
Yeah, and you saw the memes where they were like how he did it in clothing stores and he was trying on clothes and stuff.
No.
It's hilarious. You gotta see. I'm gonna send it to you. But I didn't know he was doing a residency. Now I've always wanted to go to Vegas. Now I really want to go.
You haven't been?
Never. We were supposed to go last year on a couples trip, me and my man.
Oh yeah.
And then COVID happened and they canceled everything. We were gonna go to a Travis Porter pool party. We were gonna go ATV riding. We're gonna do a little zip line. I had all these different things planned and paid for, and then they slowly started sending us our money back. Yeah. And we were supposed to see 2 Chainz at one of the clubs out there that's like really popular.
I love Vegas. Definitely want to go back.
I need a vacation, y'all. We need a vacation.
Okay.
Okay, well, I feel like we covered everything. Again, this episode is Please Don't Stop the Music. And thank you guys for watching and chilling with us. This is our 3rd episode. We do appreciate all of your support. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share, repost. Follow our IG page, girl_time_podcast. And I am Mimi.
I'm Sha.
And thanks for tuning in, guys.
See you next time.
See you next time. Cheers.